So I'm checking out this new 8K TV from Samsung. This is the Neo QLED television. It's an 8K television that has, believe it or not, 4 times the resolution of 4K. The best way to describe 8K is imagine you have a TV and you have 4 quadrants. An 8K television is basically like having 4 4K TVs stacked up against each other. That's the kind of resolution that you're getting. And with this television, I have to say, if you look at the picture, it looks absolutely amazing. But is it worth getting? Well, that's what we're going to discuss. So sit back, relax, get your popcorn ready, folks, and cue the intro. Let's start with the design of this Samsung Neo QLED television. It comes in 3 sizes, 65-inch, 75-inch, and 85-inch. For this review, I have the 65-inch. And the first thing that I noticed once I got it up and running was that it almost has a bezel-less-like design. In fact, the bezel looks like a little tiny line that goes all around, a silver lining. So it feels like you really absolutely have no bezel. And we've come a long way on televisions. You can actually tell the age of a TV by how thick that bezel is. You know, I remember 2012 TVs and the thickness of the bezel, and now here we are in 2022 and we have almost a bezel-less type of screen. The next design feature that really struck out for me on this was the fact that it has perforated sides on the television. And that really serves 2 purposes. One, it helps keeps the television cool, because you can imagine any type of electronics is generating heat, and that heat can dissipate through those perforated vents. The second thing it does is acts as a speaker grill for the 70-watt Dolby Atmos speakers that are built inside. So it has both this purposeful and functional design to it to give you both a great audio experience, cool the television, and make sure that you have a great screen. Now, being that it is a Samsung television, we have to talk about the One Connect box. Now, the One Connect box, if you don't know, is something that Samsung does instead of having the ports physically on the television. It's a box that has just one cable that connects to the TV, and then it has all the different types of ports, like your HDMI ports that you can connect to. In this case, with the Neo QLED, the One Connect box, which by the way is the thinnest I've ever seen, it actually will sit on the back of the stand. And it even comes with a smaller One Connect cable that will then connect to it, so you don't have the super long cable. In the event that you do want the One Connect box in an entertainment cabinet, it does have a longer One Connect cable to allow you to do that. So it's great that you have 2 cables and 2 different options to connect the One Connect box. If you want it out of the way behind the TV, not a problem. It will be there and you'll have all your connection ports. Great idea by Samsung to create the One Connect box. I really like it, and I love how thin this one is. Absolutely remarkable. You know, it's been a year since I've had a television in my living room, and this one really popped, like truly popped. The colors were just popping. I watched 4K content on Netflix, Animal Planet, and I have to say, it's strange because we don't have 8K content, but we have this 8K television. It was exactly the same scenario when 4K televisions came out. We didn't have 4K content until Netflix started supporting and filming their original shows in 4K and then delivering it in 4K resolution to our home. So, you know, we're still a long way on that front for getting 4K or 8K content. But what this television is doing is upscaling that 4K content to near 8K quality. And I have to say, I can't tell you if I was looking at 8K quality, but I can certainly say the 4K footage that I was looking on Animal Planet looked absolutely amazing. I would take the camera and go right up, and it feels so real. You could see the hairs on animals. You know, truly, it's been a long time since I've had a television in my living room, and this really, really popped. So even though we don't have 8K content, you can still enjoy 4K content in what Samsung says in near 8K quality because of the upscaling. Unless I had 2 TVs playing the exact same thing at the exact same time, one's just 4K and the other one's 8K, that's really the only way you're going to see the difference. But unfortunately, I didn't have 2 TVs to be able to do that. But what I can say is that 4K content looked amazing. Now let's talk about the Samsung Smart Hub. This is their smart TV interface. It's running Tizen, which is their operating system that Samsung has. And I really, really like this interface. It was interesting because, a lot of people are cutting the cord. They're getting all their content from the internet. And in this case, I didn't even have cable, but it felt like I had cable because I was channel surfing. But instead of using cable channels, it's finding content off the internet and then providing it in the Smart Hub. So you could surf through the channels, get like CBC News and all these other channels. And it feels like cable, but it's not. And so from there, you got a host of apps as well. Of course, Netflix, Amazon Prime Video, Disney Plus. There's dedicated buttons on the controller for that as well. But there's just like endless content on the internet. It's pretty amazing. It's like, why would you even want cable these days when you can get so much content for free? And of course, you could get subscriptions to Netflix, Amazon Prime Video, and Disney Plus as well. So if you're thinking about cutting the cord, I got good news for you. You could cut the cord without feeling like you cut the cord. You could still channel surf, have that muscle memory with controllers still operating, but you get to enjoy content without paying that monthly cable subscription. So the big question is, folks, this is what everyone wants to know. Should you get an 8K TV even though we don't have 8K content that's available? And here's my thoughts. If a television like this one, the Samsung Neo QLED 8K television, goes on sale and you're in the market for a television, check the price out of 4K TVs and check this one. You're going to probably pay still a little bit more, but you're kind of future-proofing your home. However, that said, there's still going to be a lot of great deals for 4K televisions. And if you're not super picky and price is the most important thing, then get a 4K television. You're not going to be disappointed. But what I will say is if you do get this 8K TV, you won't be mad. The only thing that's going to make you mad is the price that you pay for it. But once you get it inside your home, you're going to love it, especially if you already watch a lot of 4K content and or you're a gamer. You're going to be able to take advantage of this television, even though we don't have 8K content. But it really comes down to price, because something like this television, I don't know. I think in Canada, it's probably like $5,000. I think I saw it on sale for something like $3,000. It was like $900 off or something like that. In that case, I would consider it, but I wouldn't buy it on the sticker price without a sale. That's for sure. If you do want an 8K TV, just get a cheap 4K, wait a couple years, wait till the market, and everyone's starting to get 8K and everyone, 8K becomes the new 4K essentially, then you can get it. Otherwise, if you can't wait and you can get it on sale, definitely pick it up. You won't be disappointed is what I'm trying to say in the quality of the TV. The only thing you're disappointed with is the price. Let's be real. Anyways, folks, I hope you enjoyed this review and spiel about 8K televisions. We took a look at the Samsung Neo QLED 8K 65-inch version. If you did like this video, subscribe to this channel. Let me know your thoughts about 8K. What do you think about 8K? Do we really need 8K right now? Should you wait? I'm really, really interested on that. If you could get it on sale, would you get an 8K? I would like to know that as well. And of course, subscribe to the channel. Make sure I got all these portable projector videos coming out, so you want to check those. Because, maybe you don't need a TV. Maybe you're just a portable projector that you can move around. That might be something else to consider. Anyways, folks, I'm rambling on. Andy Baryer, Handy Andy from Handy Andy Media. Make sure you check out my website and subscribe to the channel. We'll see you again next time. Bye for now.